Today we're going to visit the vibrant neighborhood of Kypseli in Athens. Hi, I'm Kario.
I'm Colin.
We are the house hoppers.
When you think about Athens, you tend to think about the Acropolis, mythology, ancient ruins, but obviously surrounding Athens is a whole complex of neighbourhood communities. And one of those communities is Kypseli.
Kypseli is a melting pot of different cultures, and that makes it very unique and artistic as well. So come with us today. We're going to take the metro from Piraeus to Victoria, and then we're going to head from there. So come and join us in Kypseli. First we need to take the underground, and later in the video we'll let you know how to get to Kypseli using public transport. We just arrived in Kypseli. It was about a 15-minute walk from Victoria Tube Station. And we're going to see today the Fokionos Negri Street, which is where we are now. It is the hub of Kypseli. After that, we'll go to St. George's Square, which is a very beautiful square with a church. And finally, we will end up at the Pedion to Areos Park, which is the biggest park in central Athens and also adjacent to Kypseli.
This street is one of the greenest streets in Athens. And the reason for that is that there's a river that flows beneath it. So during the summer months when much of Athens is drying out, this street remains green all through the year.
As we walk in, just to say a bit about the history of Kypseli. Back in the 1930s, this neighborhood was in the outskirts of Athens. It was just a suburb. And as the city was expanding, it became quite affluent. During the 50s, that's when it has on its heyday. But then as the city continued to expand, the more affluent people moved to the outskirts, to the suburbs, to the new suburbs of Athens, and Kypseli became a near city area. Also during the 90s, lots of people migrated here from the Balkans, from the Arab states and the African countries. And this is what gives it a multicultural feel today. Now, in more recent years, it has become a hub for artists, alternative people, like a melting pot really of people from different cultures. So there are lots of cafes, places to eat, nice places to chill out really. And it's very popular with Athenians. But it hasn't been discovered by tourists to a large extent.
We're just heading now to the Municipal Market. This is a hub for small local entrepreneurs. So there's pop-up shops, studios, market stalls. Lots of charitable organisations are based here. Help the homeless, refugee aid, those type of charities. Zero waste store, homemade jewellery pop-up. It's also a nice place to chill in here. There's
tables and chairs that people can sit down without consuming anything. Adjacent to the square is Agios Georgios Street. This street is an extension really, because it has a lot of interesting venues as well. Again, coffee and foods, some African foods places here as well. Greengrocers, and again little arty shops popping up here and there. What we like about this area is that also it's an inner city area of Athens. It's really quiet. You can escape the heavy traffic and the pollution, and it's like an oasis, a green oasis.
As with every neighbourhood in Greece, this one's got its own church, huge church as always, Agios Georgios, the same name as the street.
Now we're going to take a 10-minute walk approximately to get to St. George's Square, Agios Dimitrios, which is a very, very cute square, and we'll have a look there. We're now arriving in the very pretty St. George's Agios Georgios Square. Again, not really known by tourists. And there's a church with the same name. As you can see, it's a very picturesque square, and they're even filming an advertisement today for the TV for bottled water.
We've got competition.
But I think we have to find a place to stop for some coffee, because my throat is parched. So we are at Cafe Gnou, which is a vegan place, and we are having a chickpea flour omelette with spinach, broccoli, red lentils, and other ingredients. It looks really nice.
This chickpea omelette is absolutely gorgeous. We just wandered into the vegan cafe. We didn't even realise we were vegan cafe, but it really suits me because I'm vegetarian. I'll be looking up the recipe when we get home for sure.
That was a really nice lunch we had at Gnou, the vegan place. Normally when we eat out, I have meat or fish because I don't eat it at home. But I don't feel like I missed out on anything. That vegetarian chickpea omelette we had was amazing.
Really nice, really nice. The highlight of the day so far.
And we really liked the St. George's Square. So it has such a nice mix of venues, from traditionally Greek to cool coffee places, you know, vegan, a jazz bar, a really nice Italian ice cream shop as well, where we ate last time.
We were first introduced to the square by a Greek friend of ours, John, who we know watches our videos, so thank you, John. Thank you for that.
John. We went there first in 2020. And if you're from Athens, let us know, do you go to St. George's Square, to Agios Georgios? And what's your favorite place there? So now we're taking a short stroll to Pedion to Areos, where it's going to be the final part of our video. We have arrived at the Pedion to Areos, and to our surprise there's an event happening here, a running event. It's so good to have this space in the middle of Athens.
It's a huge park. We used to come running, well, most days really when we were here, when we stayed here.
We used to do a couple of rounds, and that was 5K.
Yeah.
So it gives you an idea of the scale, and you can avoid, again, the noise, the traffic, the pollution. There's plenty of people around always, because obviously it's in the middle of Athens, so you're never far away from people. This time of the year is very green, of course. All the new leaves have come out, there's still flowers, and you see people from all walks of life using it. Pedion to Areos has several places to sit down and have a drink. They do a lot of events here throughout the year. We were also here for New Year's Eve celebration party just over a year ago.
It was a lot colder then than it is now. I remember that distinctly.
And something that's really cool is that it also has a theatre inside the park, which is here, Theatre Alsus. It's one of the surprises of the park.
What we did forget to mention was that the English translation of Kypseli is Beehive, which is quite fitting because this neighbourhood really is a hive of activity.
Yes, and it's also densely populated, as we said. In terms of getting to Kypseli, you can take the M1 Green Line, metro line, to Victoria, and then it's a 10 to 15 minutes walk. It took us about 10 minutes. You can also take buses, direct buses, and these are numbers 22, 35, 36, 54 and 608 from various parts of Athens. So there's plenty of options for getting here. So we're going to say goodbye here. Thank you very much for watching.
As always, please do like and subscribe if you've liked what you've seen. It really does help us to grow the channel.
A like is, you don't realize how important it is for promoting the video.
And the comments, don't make us beg, but if you want to leave a comment, that's even better, because we do like to read all the comments.
And we'll be together again in a few days' time with the next video.
So we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.